No, no.
Sideways for real. You got a sideways.
Oh, that's
real.
what's happening.
Mhm.
That's what's happening.
Sideways
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, it's one of them days.
It's one.
It's a sideways.
Yeah, we going sideways.
We going sideways today.
No,
This way,
look,
that way.
The other way around.
there we go.
We back, y'all.
Yes.
Somewhat.
Okay, so what's good, man? What's happening?
I mean, it's amazing. It's another amazing day.
Okay.
On this side of the sand.
Yes, it is.
So Friday was amazing at the Urban Drinkery.
Okay.
Y'all missed the
First Friday.
Is at 22nd.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Y'all make sure y'all pull up next week because it's a
Next week.
Next month.
Yeah. First Friday.
Yes, it's a blacknificent thing.
It is. The blacknificence at its finest.
It is. Like we had so Friday we had Amina's catering, right?
Mm-hmm.
The food was amazing. You had shrimp and grits.
Mm-hmm.
I had what
you had?
Oh, you just threw me off.
Okay.
Okay.
Shrimp and grits.
I had sausage and grits with eggs. All right. So we did so yeah. And then we had Sweet Sisters brung us cake.
Okay.
Oh yes.
We had a lemon lime.
You eat it too.
And then they found out that get your cake and eat it too.
Edith. They talk about Edith.
Yes.
I don't know Edith.
That's what it's.
Yeah,
so what happens is
Edith and cake.
Okay.
So he's not. So what happened is I told them, you know how you say you want your cake and eat it too. Right? But that's wrong. You want your Kate and Edith too.
Kate and Edith.
Yes.
Not cake and eat it.
Because if you get a cake, who don't want to eat the cake?
Right.
So
that's the whole point of having cake.
Right. So the saying we've been saying it wrong all these years is you want your Kate and eat it. Edith too. Yes.
So that's your main lady and your side chick.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how that worked out?
Yes.
That's what really worked out.
Yeah.
That's how it really worked out.
Yes.
You want your main lady and your side chick too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shout out to Cake and Edith, man.
Yeah. Cake and Edith.
I'm confused all our lives.
All our lives.
I saw it somewhere and then I was like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, that you got.
Did it really make sense?
Yeah, it did. It made way more sense than cake and eat. You want your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Who just gonna get you a cake and just let it sit there and go bad?
Well, you know,
you're supposed to eat it.
You know, we'll do some stuff now. We'll mess up a saying.
Oh, we will.
Yeah. Put it in the chat, y'all. What's some common sayings that black people mess up? Because we sure do. And I don't think that ain't even a black thing. Like
no, because
cake and eat it is universal.
That's the broke language we call English.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The bastard language. Yeah. Don't let me start that, because boy,
that ain't me.
It'll be
is that you?
Well,
yeah.
Are you loud?
I heard your phone was on.
I think it's you.
That ain't me. I just told you.
All right. So anyway, but anyways, so we completed the 5K this weekend.
How did you do?
I did all right. For me, matter of fact, I met my goal. So my goal was to finish it. Number one.
Okay.
That was the first goal, to finish it.
So you did that.
And then the second goal was to finish it in under 45 minutes. And I did 42 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A 5K?
Yeah, 5K.
Oh,
42
well, go
minutes.
ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, so you did really good.
That's 3 miles. Yeah. I mean, I did what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And I was kind of run, walk a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
My wife, she did real good. She came in at like under 40. She was like 30 something, 37 something. Yeah, I told her, go on without me. Save yourself. Save yourself. Go on without me.
So, you know, I wonder who all went to Cat Williams this weekend.
I didn't, but I'm sure it was pretty good.
I actually tried to get the tickets, but it just didn't work out.
How you tried to get the tickets and didn't work out?
In the streets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Last thing before we because I want to give a shout out to those who participated in the Fit City 5K, because we had like a group. So the Childs Park Neighborhood Wellness Walk team. Thank y'all for being there. My wife saw them. I ain't see them, but they was there. And also the One A Day Challenge Facebook group. So we nearly 200 members in this group now. And I want to give a shout out to Miss Teresa, your mom, And because she in the group.
My auntie.
Your auntie, my bad.
We took a picture because we went on a walk.
Day 3. Yeah, day 3, I was in there. Renee Brown, Latasha Davis, Chan is in there, Hill V. So thank y'all for supporting the One A Day Challenge on Facebook. Hashtag the One A Day Challenge. Y'all go there. Sign up because we're inspiring people. We got people in that group that has lost over 100 pounds. We got like 4 people that lost over 100 pounds part of that group. So shout out to them. Yep. The Legacy Awards was this weekend. 9th Annual Legacy Awards hosted by the IMA. I didn't make that because I was at the 5K, but just wanted to give them a shout out. And yeah, that's all I got for last week. You say Cat Williams? Cat Williams
was Sunday. Drake was here 2 days.
Man, they was playing Drake all over the radio. Is that why they was?
And Drake gave away money. So I did get tickets to go to Drake last night.
Okay. Because they was like every song, I guess they did like a Drake tribute or something.
And they was here 2 weeks in a row, 2 times in a row.
Yeah, they was here Friday and Sunday. And Sunday show was sold out.
2 shows.
So if I know Friday show had to be sold out if Sunday show was sold out.
Right.
Because they wouldn't have did it. Tampa, St. Pete area, we moving on up because this used to not be a hot area as far as entertainment.
Well, people coming and all of that stuff.
As far as ticket sales.
I'm just asking.
We wasn't.
I mean, all the celebrities come here.
I didn't say it wasn't good ticket sales. We haven't been good ticket sales. Go back and look. Yeah, this is why
Uncle Luke used to come.
And he got banned.
Man, even doggone Fats Domino, James Brown. Like so.
Okay, so the man
go from the back to the front. We been popping.
Yeah, because the Manhattan Casino, that's part of the Manhattan Casino. James Brown, Duke Ellington.
When I tell you this, ticket sales wasn't that high.
T.I. You just named
it. I remember people coming through.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, we can sit and debate all you want about it, but the ticket sales, he did.
Rod Wave sold out his show.
When hometown.
The proof is in the pudding.
Right.
People don't want to see everybody. And that's the problem. See, you think somebody wants to see that turkey, and facts was the fact.
That's why tickets ain't sell. Because it was just people who they didn't want to see. Is that what it was?
The people who the people want to see usually don't have a problem selling tickets. Round chill. Round chill.
Yeah. I guess that's anywhere though.
Okay, but so it was a sold out show.
Right on.
I gave my ticket away
to Drake. Okay,
I gave it to my daughter.
Okay. I can't believe you.
I believe you. So I ain't even gonna lie. So I requested like 5 tickets.
Okay,
right.
Got one.
I got 2.
Okay, that's usually what they do. They give you a pal.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna give you 5. They give you a pal.
I usually get what I ask for. It's not often that I don't get what I ask for when I put the request in.
Okay, I got you.
And they had really good seats. Like they had damn near front row seats.
Right. So, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
God bless America.
So while we talking about entertainment, y'all want to talk about the Grammys?
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either. But during his acceptance speech, Jay-Z actually
Jigga Man?
Yeah, Jigga Man kind of rocked the boat a little bit during his acceptance speech.
But did he rock the boat or did he
I think he just did.
Was he right on script?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't on script. He was off script. I mean, for somebody, because I don't think the Grammys like the script that he says. So let me just read it. It says, at the 2024 Grammys, Jay-Z, who was honored. Go ahead, Jabbar. I see you want to get up and do it. Move it. Jay-Z, who was honored with the he was honored with the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. He expressed his views on the Recording Academy. He began by thanking Dr. Dre, for his contribution to Black artists, and then criticized the Grammys for historical shortcomings in recognizing Black musicians. He highlighted the Grammys' decisions not to televise the moment when DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince won the first ever award for a Black rap performance in 1989. He mentioned his decision to boycott the Grammys in 99 when DMX, who wasn't nominated in 1988, received the Best Rap Album award. He also acknowledged the subjectivity of music, but Jay-Z called out the Recording Academy for not aligning with its own metrics, particularly in recognizing his wife, Beyonce. Despite Beyonce breaking the record for the most Grammys won by a single act at previous year's ceremonies, she has never been awarded Album of the Year. Jay-Z pointed out the incongruity of Beyonce having more Grammys than anyone, but not winning Album of the Year, questioning the legitimacy of the Grammys metrics. What y'all think?
I mean,
I love it.
Facts is facts.
We
gotta get to the point where we gotta accept the facts for what they is,
right,
and not try to how can I say whitewash the facts,
right, right.
Although black folks got this and get that and do this and do that, the reality is we ain't still broke that glass ceiling,
right.
And what people always say, well, you can't say it's a glass ceiling because you're really holding yourself back if you say it's a glass ceiling. Well, the reality is,
so acknowledging the glass ceiling is a way to hold yourself back.
If you ever
not acknowledging it,
if you ever notice, that's a way of trauma too. That's a way of denying your traumas as well. But you ever notice highly successful people don't say there's no glass ceiling, there's no thing that stops me but me.
Yeah.
When you highly successful, that's how your mind gets trained.
Right.
And then you look down on people and say that to them.
Right.
The reality is
you're looking through a glass floor now.
Yeah.
Wow.
But sometimes
you're standing on the glass ceiling looking through while people trying to get up.
Yeah. Oh, it ain't no glass ceiling.
The glass bottom boat.
So
right?
It's nice to hear somebody, from the inner room come out and say some things.
Right.
About the room.
Yep. So in conclusion, what he did, he encouraged the Recording Academy to improve its recognition of black artists, black musicians, and emphasize the importance.
It ain't nothing you can do. I got
it. And it's somewhere. So he encouraged the Recording Academy to improve its recognition of black musicians and emphasize the importance of persistence in the face of disparities, noting that artists should continue showing up until they receive the accolades that they deserve. he was like,
"Don't stop coming."
No,
that's part of the script.
No, that ain't you. That's out of context.
Okay.
Because I saw what he said, and what he said was, in life, you got to keep showing up. Don't not show up. Keep showing up until they give you your accolades, whether it's the chairman, whether it's this, to that. And he was saying it to his daughter while his daughter was there. He was like, regardless to whom or what, like one of the first things you got to do in order to be successful is keep showing up. So keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up.
And what he's saying,
he didn't say keep coming to the Grammys.
I mean, no, wait, let him finish. Before you say,
he didn't say keep coming to the Grammys.
In the context of what I'm thinking, right. This is my thoughts.
I know
in the context of my thoughts, we got to form our own Grammys.
Absolutely,
right? Because to continue to show up, although we've been, relegated to the back seats, or although we've been pushed to the side, that's the resiliency of our community. But maybe we need to tap into the strength of our community and make our own, instead of, like the boycott of the buses. Instead of fighting them to get on their buses, start our own bus route.
Yeah.
So I don't
talk that talk.
Go close.
Man, that sounds like the Nation of Islam to me.
Yeah. So I'm not. So listen. So I'm not disagreeing with. I'm not disagreeing with you. So I think that is, but I think Jay-Z was saying still do the work. Like, even if you know the Grammys not gonna give you your accolades, still do the work. And still show up and do what you was put on this earth to do. Do what you are passionate about.
Yeah.
Don't let that deter you from getting up and making great music, doing whatever it is that make you tick.
Yeah, show up for yourself, man.
Yes.
So yeah, also in Grammy news, Killer Mike was arrested by police following an altercation at the Grammys after earning 3 trophies.
Good morning, Super Dave.
Super Dave, the old school flavor show. So Killer Mike, the rapper and activist, was arrested at the Grammys after winning 3 Grammys, marking his first win in over 2 decades. The arrest captured in a video occurred after an altercation inside the Crypto.com arena. Mike, whose real name is Michael Render, won the best rap performance, rap song, and rap album. And when he won, he came up there and he was like, "It's a sweep, y'all. The South still got something to say." So they swept the Grammys in rap performance, rap song, and rap album. And the 48-year-old artist was released on his own recognizance and is scheduled to appear in court February 29th. And he's known for his social and political activism and addressing issues like inequality for Black people and race relations.
So what was he arrested for?
They said it stemmed from an altercation inside of the arena.
Yeah, man. Big shouts out to Killer Mike. I really thought he deserved Album of the Year. I don't think he deserved the arrest after. That's kind of like they say, the pinnacle moment.
Yeah.
You know, then he flushed right down to the valley.
Right.
Like instantly.
So instead of going to celebrate, you getting booked. Yeah,
Mike has been arrested, but as an artist, I have never heard of him being arrested.
No.
So
you don't. That ain't a story. Yeah,
his
no.
Vibe don't rock like that. So it's kind of bittersweet.
Right.
I don't know.
The top of his career and then go to jail the same night.
It is crazy. I just had
Grammys do better.
Grammys do better.
Grammys do better. This what Jay-Z was talking about.
Yeah. You got to do better. Yeah, you really got to do better.
You know, last night when we talk about it, I'm driving in Tampa traffic, right?
Okay.
And I had to cuss out a police officer and almost cussed out another one.
You cussed out a police?
I did. They're so rude. Some of them so rude.
But you got pulled?
So no, because the traffic, you know how like they're directing traffic, and so like I'm turning.
Sit with this
and I'm like in the right lane, but they're telling me to get over, and I'm like, okay, but it's a car next to me. Get over! Are you gonna pay for my car if it get hit? Like they don't see the car because they're so rude.
No, you see, she self-censored. She ain't say exactly what she said. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I self-censored. You know, you know what I mean? And then he looked, I'm like, well, dang. And then the next cop, I'm getting over there. I was like, hey, be polite. I ain't did nothing to you.
Yeah.
Write down your 5 things.
Like,
you need to change your life, Mr. Officer.
I'm enjoying myself listening. Like, I'm just like, I'm just out there. The traffic terrible. They done blocked everything off to be blocked off, so you can't get to your destination. And now you want to yell at everybody. And
they had a tough day. They did right.
I don't listen.
That made them proud.
Then you know what?
Trauma. They projecting their trauma.
No,
don't worry about it. We'll talk. Man.
So also, getting back to the Grammys, that
was my rant. Sorry.
Another one of the things that we talked about before the show about the Grammys was Rod Wave had the #1 album for several times, and was he mentioned at the Grammys? Was he nominated? What's happening with Rod Wave and the Grammys? Where y'all at with Rod Wave?
So this is what it is because I actually talked to a couple of people on the Grammy committee.
Please. Tell me.
He was not nominated. Nobody submitted his music.
Can I say this? The man is the most amazing artist of our lifetime. There hasn't been a Rod Wave since it was a Rod Wave.
Yeah.
You cannot, by no means of the imagination, have a legitimate contest with the best of the best.
But what happened is
you can't have a legitimate contest without the best of the best being there.
But what happened is, so if you know anything about the Grammys, they have your team. No. I mean, there's always, but somebody has to submit your music. Your team. No. Listen.
Okay.
No, your team.
Yeah.
Your team
or the Grammys. Come on,
it's people out there. Are you listen?
So who are the Grammys? Because it's people.
Yes, the Grammys have.
Who are the people? That's what I'm asking.
I know a few. I know quite a few of them, right? And what they do is, so your team, and other people has to submit it, and then they vote on it.
They vote on the submissions.
They vote on the submissions, right? And part of it is that I talked to them and they can't submit, the Grammy committee can't submit it.
So they don't have a nominating committee?
So what happened, but they have to, so once they're submitted in, they vote.
The nominating committee votes.
Yes.
Because for me,
you got to get so many.
I'm clarifying. Yeah. So the way I understand most votes work in organizations is you have a nominating committee. Mm-hmm. And the nominating committee is the ones that submit the candidates, the slate of candidates
that's part of your team.
To the other people who do the actual voting. And you're saying that this nominating committee, they don't make nominations.
So part of it is your team, other people in the industry and stuff like that. And so when I was talking to some of them, because I'm like, yo, where's Rod at? They were like, we're shocked. He's not coming across our desk.
Can I say this?
That's crazy.
Now watch, let me say this. This is from the website. Submissions for a Grammy consideration through the OEP can only be made by registered media companies and Academy members.
So you
an Academy member,
and so they have members of the Academy, and no member of the Academy submitted Rod Wave stuff.
Music did not come through.
So, and then the next
from the conversation that I had.
No, I got it. He reading the rules, man.
Are cast by recording Academy voting members.
Okay.
This is what they say, and are subject to classification qualifications under rules and regulations by the Board of Trustees.
Yep. So I was waiting for you to do that. I saw you when you picked up your phone.
Oh, I had to.
I know.
I saw you when you picked up your phone.
They have said this about black artists before.
Yeah. Oh, nobody nominated this.
This is not the first.
They tell us. I mean,
Killer Mike last time he had an award-winning album.
Right.
They said the same thing about him then.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But
that's what they tell us all the time. They told us that would smell something. Oh, ain't nobody complaining.
No, but I question.
Right.
You ain't from my desk.
Like, you don't roll by that smell, but ain't nobody complaining.
I question not just some black people who are also fans and wanted. I questioned it.
No, we not down.
No, I'm questioning it, and this was the answer that.
So Super Dame co-signing you. He says she's telling the truth. The artist group has to submit your music. Okay.
You do.
Okay. What's up, James? Good to see you, man.
Once again, submission of Grammy.
And then again, but your
OEP
and usually
can only be made by registered media companies. That's the company.
And he's with a label.
Hold on, and Academy members.
Yeah.
See?
But again, I'm saying that his team, his label has to still submit as one of the people.
Yeah, that's one of that was the first one you said has to be a label, right. And then the second tier is members.
Exactly.
So you saying his team didn't or the members didn't either? Yeah. So y'all, I heard what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
And she's saying his team didn't.
It's their fault, but no, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There has been several award winners whose team didn't submit them. That the
second tier.
So this is the thing. So here you go. But this is my whole thing. Is we already know.
Beyonce then? See, what happened to Beyonce?
I bet you her team. I bet you.
How you gonna drop? What did you do? You drop. Like, what about Beyonce? And then get up and walk away. Like, wait, what?
You didn't do nothing, Sway.
You
didn't do nothing. You listen. You didn't do it.
And you knew it when you said it too. Like, wait, where did that come from?
You just want to argue.
What about Beyonce?
You just want to argue about some stuff. Like you just want to. I'm
just saying. What about Beyonce?
I'm just saying.
But
I'm just gonna say, is Beyonce team probably submitted as well? And so if we already know that we have hurdles in front of us, we need to try to stop all the obstacles that we can prior to it coming up. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm gonna tell you this is what they told me.
Okay.
I'm not saying, I can't say for sure because ain't nobody came across my nomination thing because I'm not on the Grammy committee.
Right.
But next year I plan on being. So just FYI.
Okay.
So I need you to nominate my
There you go. There you go.
Go ahead and sit, tell them.
We're gonna infiltrate. But I do agree. And that's kind of like the Ice Cube with the big three. Like, we keep pushing them to do right in their leagues, but why not start our own? And so, like,
ain't Big Three his own league?
Yeah, that's his own. But I'm saying he's an example for, like, okay, instead of complaining about what they doing, we're gonna do our own thing, and that's what he did. Like, he created his own thing. You know what I'm saying?
And then, boy, he having a hard time.
Yeah, and we can create our. Yeah, he is. But I mean, that come with it though.
He making history.
He is.
He's challenging the NBA.
Yeah,
the NBA is thoroughly threatened by this man.
Yeah.
Making people sign documents to say they ain't gonna play for Big Three.
Yeah.
They'll let them play across the water.
Right.
They'll let them play other little boy or secondary leagues. But when it come to Big Three, they're making them not play for this man.
Or they're telling the sponsors that they can't do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
they hit him. They're attacking him in all angles, and that's back to when you were saying the obstacles that's put in front of us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And to us, the obstacles seem normal. That's just how it is, and just move on. But then when somebody stop and point at the obstacle, hey man, this ain't supposed to be here in front of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, what's up with this right here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they look at the man crazy. Now you know the obstacles in front of you. Jump them, hurdle them, roll under them, or roll over them, whatever.
Or instead of just like taking your ball and
what as we saying, Rod, you're a Grammy winner in our eyes.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
I appreciate that you nominated him. Yeah. I thank you for that.
Yeah, Grammy winner in our eyes,
that's
y'all.
Real.
All right, so there was a post on social media, basically alleging that a local bar is selling and distributing fake liquor. So a recent uproar has ensued over allegations of fake liquor being served at a popular local bar. The issue came to light through a social media post that quickly gained traction, promoting numerous patrons to come forward with their troubling experiences. According to several individuals, their encounters at the bar left them feeling more than just intoxicated. Reports suggest that the drinks served were unusually potent, leading some patrons to suspect that they might have even been drugged. Many shared accounts of experiences of prolonged feelings of like dizziness and wooziness, even days after the event. And it was a live video that I saw saying that they had relatives also that went to this establishment, and they like these heavy drinkers who drink all the time, and they only had one or two drinks and was like floored and out of their mind.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say.
What's up with that, y'all?
It may be some truth to it, and then it may not.
Because that's how they do people.
That's how they do people. Yep. And then if you're heavy drinkers and you go to the bar, the likelihood of you drinking one or two drinks is slim. I'm just saying the whole story. Like, if I'm a heavy drinker, but this night I only had one or two drinks. You're a one or two drink lie. That's when
you think the people lying?
Hold on, let them.
You go ahead, talk your talk.
I ain't even heard this side.
I ain't heard this side either. Aria, what's good? Fancy Nancy, I see you. Tasha, good morning. Somebody said the same thing happened at Neptune's a year too.
Yeah, that's how about. No, and I'm a sober person that goes out.
Okay.
I see it all. Like I see it all.
The one drink was
one drink end up being folk. Girl, I only had one.
Oh my God. But Kiana, all the people lying.
Now I started out that it may be some truth to that, but some people are lying. You know what I mean? Man. People want to hump on the bandwagon and do whatever. And so honestly, like, I don't know. I didn't see the post because I'm still not on Facebook.
I see. Wow. I've definitely seen some of the posts. And it's one of those catch-22s. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of walk over. These are another one of them obstacles we were talking about.
I'll finish.
Businesses.
Is it can I ask this? Is it a black business?
It is.
Yeah. Listen, y'all will be over if they would go back. I kind of feel so. Listen. So let me say this: don't worry about it, sweetheart. Because if they'll go back to Rockin' Crabs with Rat-a-tat-tootie, they coming back to
they'll
you.
Come back and get them drinks. Yeah.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
But I don't know. Rockin' Crab ain't black owned. Yeah. You know they give our businesses a hard time. See, they'll boycott and leave us forever.
And that's what I want to say. Sometimes we got to take the ups and downs with businesses that we rock with. And you know what I'm saying? I think we need to step to, managers and management ownership and just talk about it and talk about your experience other than airing them out. Because at the end of the day, we only got so many spots.
Yeah.
We only got so much we can do in the community.
Yeah.
And what we got to do, we got to lock hands.
But they was
like, hey, man, hey. And then you're like, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
What you want me to tell you is that they talked about this at every... If there has not been a black club that they have not said this about.
Everybody get it.
They said they've been drugging them at the bar. I ain't never heard that. But I mean, I'm in a different bugaboo. I got a different algorithm.
They don't say drug. They say different words, but they have said this about.
Because these people saying they feel like they was drugged. Like,
hey, I can't.
And it's like I said, I've been seeing posts. So I saw a couple of people. I saw one person But they do it like, man, Catalyst don't owe me nothing. That one drink had me, they had that one drink. I just said their name. They have that, they had that one, thing. Right. So people was like celebrating because, people, you want your drink strong. But then as this post came out, they was like, strong is one thing. This is something different. And people like feeling like it needs to be addressed. Look at Nancy laughing. But look, that's why I don't do nothing wrong. Because if I can't tell the truth, then I don't need to be with you.
I'm going to say this. We're hard people to please, especially when it's one of us. I've heard it all, but what I'm finna tell you, I've
never heard people saying they felt like it was drugged.
I heard it all, but
that ain't Hennessy in there.
They say that. They was saying,
we just popped the seal, partner.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You call Hennessy with that.
And people and this is the thing. They will
pull you down with that, and whether it's intentional, whether people really felt that way, no matter which way it goes, you know what I mean? There's some other ways we can handle it.
And people be pre-gaming, right? They be drinking prior to that, and then they be having cheap liquor in their car, and then they go in there and mix it, and then they be talking about, I feel crazy. Yeah, because you missing your liquor. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I did not know.
All of this stuff. Well, we got to take a hard stop. We're gonna take a hard stop and come back like 7 minutes. We're gonna talk
in a million years.
So we're gonna continue this on the other side of the break.
On the tag a friend, tell a friend.
Yeah,
because we here and we with all the smoke this morning. All right? With it all.
We'll be right back with more. Of the
next
Tampa Bay
thing
Breakfast Club.
we're gonna be cloned. All right, hold on.
This tour of the Middle East is fifth.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See That.
We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool because
smart
is the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know, now you know.
So let me tell you, this is how you want to start off every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yes, you do.
With us.
Yes.
Because, I mean, we keep it 100.
Yeah.
1,000. How you say?
Wow. That's
1,000.
I've never heard anybody say that until I heard you say it. 1,000. Okay.
And I mean, honestly, what we pride ourselves is for the community.
That's right.
Right. And we say all the time here when it's a good relationship, we praise it. When it's bad, we call it out.
That's
right.
That's
and I'm gonna say this.
You going back to the what we talked about before the top of the hour.
I'm going back to
So for those who wasn't here at the top of the hour, if you just tuning in, I should say, there was some allegations that a local establishment is selling fake liquor, and some people even saying that they got so tore up off of these drinks that they felt like they was drugged, and so And so these are definitely allegations, allegedly, that people are saying that like these drinks is just way too strong. Mm-hmm. And what say you, Kiana?
I'm going to say this. If you feel like that, everybody knows what this establishment is at, right? Yep. Everybody know the owners.
Yeah.
And so this is in our community.
Yep.
Like, one is a conversation. And then
so I'll say this. The person whose post I saw, and it had like 90 shares on that post. Mm-hmm. I saw him in a picture with one of the owners of the catalyst. Mm-hmm. If that means
and that
anything.
Was a good, but he started a good post, right? And then it went left.
No, his post was like, "This some BS." Like, I feel like y'all did me dirty. Like, but he was able to address it with the ownership of the establishment. But what I'm saying is, after he made his post, he had the conversation with management, and then under his post and on the subsequent shares, there were other people that was basically co-signing, saying, "Yeah, now that it was like almost like a Me Too type thing, like whatever."
Me too.
Yeah, me too. I got tore up. I got a friend. My family member. Like then people started sharing their stories as well.
It's a thin line we walk, right?
It's fair
because on one hand, those are the same things that establishments get praised for.
Mm-hmm.
Having stiff drink.
Yep.
Or having
on the sign, I saw a bar on Central that said hard stiff drinks or something like
I mean, that's
marketing.
So it's a thin line that we walking, and then we have a lot of pressure on our business owners, right? It's like we operate in businesses under microscopes. Back in the days, we had the Manhattan Casino, and I've heard everything. Right, people they know I was a part of the ownership team, so they would come and tell me stuff, and I'd be like, "Whoa, absolutely, I never heard of that."
Right,
and it is so far off the wall, so far off the mark. You know what I mean? We gotta reel it in.
Right,
you get what I mean, and like really come to terms with like our businesses and our business owners. We need our businesses, and when our businesses need us.
Right,
so we gotta come to a sweet spot where we all can be happy.
Yeah.
And like everybody in the situation has to take accountability, right? Mm-hmm. If the businesses is doing something wrong, tighten up.
And if you out here drinking like a whale,
and if you out here doing stuff, you tighten up too. Cause like I just for real. Because like I know we seen the post, and you say somebody was in the hospital for like 2 days. They said that.
Yep.
But why were they in the hospital? Did they have an allergic reaction to something? Did they drink too much?
Right.
Like, what's the reason? Is it something that really was caused by this business or something that was right? You know what I mean? Because just because you leave the establishment doesn't mean that it's the establishment fault. Okay. If you drink and you leave and get a DUI, you're responsible for yourself to get yourself home. There's Ubers, friends.
They got overpour policies though, don't they? Like you gotta, as a bartender, you gotta know when the person that you serving done had enough.
But you know what? But if you have multiple bartenders,
it's your responsibility not to get in that car.
Oh yeah. I hear that.
Like, and then if you're hopping from bar to bar,
Mm-hmm.
Got a little swig in the back.
And then ain't no right. And then because it's
You
called
know how it be.
let's call
got a little swig in the back.
call a spade a spade. People leave, they go to their cars, they have liquor in their cars.
Yeah.
People sneak liquor in.
And so you mixing the different,
you have cheap liquor and you order something else. You might put your what's the little vodka? What's the one? Amsterdam.
Okay.
You put your Amsterdam in your drink that you done had that you done bought from Walmart. And your Patron. I'm nice. You know what I mean? And then you want to blame the establishment because it's easier for you not to take responsibility. And I'm not saying that y'all.
That's what it is. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not saying
these are all allegations.
And so I'm not saying who's right or wrong because I wasn't there and I'm not a drinker.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I have seen them take their own drinks at this establishment and give away a lot of free drinks. I've also seen them pop a lot of those. I've seen them pop. So listen, I've seen them bring out and pop these stills. Now I don't know, but hey.
What
happened? Go ahead.
Here we go. Tamisha, if it was a white establishment on Central Avenue with the same amount of responses from our community, would this conversation be different? I don't know. This is a tough one.
Central is not too welcoming to black businesses. They don't eat, black folks, they don't even serve the liquor black folks drink. So I mean
everybody got their target audience, right?
That don't mean don't have no Hennessy because you think I'm gonna come drink all the Hennessy.
So only black people drink Hennessy?
In certain communities, yeah.
I don't know enough about this subject.
If you don't want me,
I think it would be, Tamisha. I think we would be having the conversation because the way that this conversation was framed, I think whether it don't matter whose establishment it is, whether it was black or white owned, because the way they framed this conversation, it was like they really, somebody's gonna get hurt is what they was framing it around, saying, look, y'all do what y'all do, y'all making your money. I'm just speaking like saying y'all don't have to do that. If whatever y'all doing, y'all don't have to do that.
I wish you just called in.
Yeah.
To me, say, will we question the validity of the responses? Will we be questioning the customers?
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah. Okay, I'm finna tell you this. I question everything.
I think so though.
No.
I think we're in an age now where if it was with this magnitude of this, the way that this conversation was framed, I don't think the establishment is. I don't think it's a target on the establishment per se. It's like this is something that's happening. This is what my experience was. Y'all tighten up. I still rock with y'all. I'm gonna come and support y'all, but they all tighten up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I got from what I've been seeing, and even like some of the live videos and the other comments was like, I rock with y'all. This is a great vibe. It's a good spot, but man, just this one piece, like this is an out point that need to be pointed. It need to be pointed out, and y'all need to tighten up. That's what I got from it.
So when you get there and your drinks is not as stiff as they is,
then it's gonna be on the other side of it. Man, they got them watered down drinks. You can't win. Yeah, man, they got them watered down drinks over there. Wow.
When you think about so there's no winning because if you don't get them, they don't even fix the drinks like they used to. Or that.
Yeah, because somebody like walking out of the sideways with one drink. That means like you saved a whole bunch of money because if you usually need 4 of them and it only take 1 at this spot, then
but the object you up. Is honestly, to have repeat clientele and repeat customers.
Exactly.
So you're gonna do your best to keep them coming back.
Right.
You know what I mean? So nobody really in business is wanting to have those adverse things happen.
Right.
You want to have a good stiff drink. Remember the dirty? Remember everybody? Oh boy, I had
that was they claim to fame.
I had one drink and it was over. So
and nobody was saying it was poison.
It's a thin line. You know what I mean? That we got to walk as business owners. I done been on that side of the table having to try to explain like, hey man, we busting seals around here.
Right.
We ain't playing.
Right.
But you don't know what I mean. And then people getting on the net. Hey, no, it ain't this, it ain't that. And you got to fight those allegations. So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
It is. And so there's no winning. a lot of times. And
but yes, we can win together.
No, we can't. But you want me, and I think this establishment is still gonna win because people are still gonna go
I
and
think
hang
so.
out. You know what I mean? And people are gonna
I'll probably be
and I think this will drive people there because you do have a segment of the population like that's what they're looking for. Like they really.
So this is so I'm gonna tell you this is like totally off. But when you say it's when people are doing drugs, right, and they be like, "Stay away from that fentanyl," people like, "What a fentanyl?"
Oh my God,
they got that stuff that'll kill you over there, boy. Where that? I want some of that. Oh my
you
God.
Know what I mean?
Yeah,
no,
it's definitely a market.
There's a market because it wouldn't be being sold if it wasn't.
So now let's talk about the most deepest part of this: the trauma. Right?
Yeah,
the addiction and the trauma.
Okay,
where that a person would want to go to something that is lethal.
Yeah,
and get a piece, just enough not to kill me, but I just want to feel it.
Yeah,
and that speaks to an even bigger problem.
It is.
You know what I mean? That's the reason we at the bar. That's the reason we at the trap trying to
escape a little bit of have a good time.
That trauma. And then boom, we talking about the product, but we ain't talking about what runs the people to the product.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The heartache, the sorrow.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Why people sitting at the bar with their hand in their head, man? It's a reason that they got there,
It's a reason why
it's for real. I need a drink now.
Yeah.
It's just too early, man.
It is an escape for people, right?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're talking about it.
Okay.
No, we talk about it. So how do you identify? Do you identify as Black or African American?
Whatever will get me the job. Hey, I'll put whatever on there that I feel like it feel like I be having like clairvoyance. See, I hover over the African American. Oh no,
they kind of putting them together now though.
They do. They put them together. So it's like, listen.
It used to be separate. I remember.
If I put Indian, they ain't gonna hire me because it might be hard to fire me. So I gotta.
You
know what I'm saying? I be
thinking about what like Indian or Native American.
Native American. I'd be like, whoa, they might.
They put them. They usually do Native American in Pacific Island or Asian in Pacific Island or something like that. Yeah.
How about don't worry about what I am?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I'm here.
Do you have a preference though?
My race is here.
Yeah,
I'm pressing.
I like Black. I choose Black.
I don't like Black. I do. I don't think I like none of them. Right?
Okay.
Because I feel there are titles that have been pushed upon us.
Okay.
Right? Because there is no black flag. Right?
Yeah, a flag for Black people.
Right.
So the RBG, red, black, and green.
Big shots. And I'm not taking nothing from it. That's the flag of that we stand under.
Yeah.
To those who do stand under it. But
right.
No.
Okay.
No.
So the term African American was officially recognized and added to the Oxford English Dictionary. They're saying in 2001.
What?
Black?
Yeah. African American. However, recent research has uncovered a printed reference that an anti-British sermon from 1782 uses the term African American, because there was this debate, like, when did this start and how old is it? And a lot of people think that it started in like the late 60s, 70s, and 80s. But now they're finding that there was a sermon in 1782 that used the term, and it challenges the notion that this was originally started in the 90s. The discovery suggests that the term has deeper historical roots, and researchers are in the process of confirming and updating the dictionary with this newfound knowledge. So they're saying that.
So first they were saying it was Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, they were saying, yep.
That's what I heard.
Yep, that's exactly how they're saying it. So they said this guy Shapiro, he discovered there was an advertisement in the Pennsylvania Journal, May 15, 1782, written by an African American. The person was anonymous. It was an anonymous author without a liberal education, and they were celebrating the defeat of the British Army at the time because they were like pro-American and whatnot. And so the term basically. They said in the 80s, Jesse Jackson advocated for it. It became prominent in 1980 when he popularized the use of the term African American. By the late 20th century, it became widely accepted within the community and the American broader society.
So I'm going to give a little knowledge that I got.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
This is the way of the African, word of mouth. They say.
Put it in the chat. What y'all do?
They say that back in the 60s, when I'm Black, I'm Proud came and people adopted Black because they wanted to be anything but a Negro.
Okay.
Right? I'm not your Negro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So they was all right with being Black. Then people develop an issue with the term Black.
Okay. Right? Because it's not an ethnicity.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that was kind of what the logic was.
American came from, and where people jumped on that boat because, like, hey, I ain't Black. Look at my skin.
Yeah.
Like, you calling me to call myself crazy while I'm looking at this beautiful pecan tan, brown, olive light color and calling it Black. So that's why a lot of people jump to the African American because Black wasn't a real thing.
They wanted to be something other than that. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I think that's the problem. I think folks, African people, Black people in America have an identity crisis.
Right.
Right. And a part of that identity crisis comes with the names of where you from. Like a lot of my people, like Indians.
Right.
Y'all people, we Indians, we from Chickasaw, Wichita, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
Blackfoot.
Long story short, we don't know so much. You know what I mean? So that leaves you like, okay, whatever. What sound nice today? They come up with the Black American African. And now, I'm the Black.
Yeah, because I've heard that too. Yeah. Instead of saying African Americans, our resident intellectual gangster, he says American Africans. He don't say African American. He reverses it. He says American Africans.
And and like the reality is, like, I think a lot of that is intentional.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people was brought here. A lot of people were already here. Don't nobody know the true lineage. A lot of people don't know their lineage.
Yeah. And I think that also, just like you said, it speaks to just how when you subject it to another people and you allow them to define who you are, it's going to be some stuff that's missing. And that's what, Kwanzaa is all about. Kuji Chagulia, the second day of Kwanzaa. It talks about, naming ourselves and defining ourselves and really having self-determination. Because if you look at it, like you go from being, what was it? Negro, colored, like that was a thing, right? When you look at the Jim Crow signs, it says colored. And like who called people colored? Like, did Black people say that they was colored? Like, was that I don't know enough about, like, do on the census, because you have to do your census, and so when you filling out the census, like, it's colored on the census, and then you say, okay, I'm colored, or
I don't think so no more.
Yeah, colored children, like
not no more on the census.
But then Negroes, and then after Negroes,
you say Negro. I think
you that old? Oh, I ain't really never looked.
I'm telling you.
I think mine might say Black. I ain't. You know what yours say?
I got mine.
Your birth certificate say Negro.
Negro child. Negro.
I can't believe that.
No. So listen.
I can, but I can't.
No, you can't.
I can, but I can't. Mr. Edmond, you ain't old enough to be a Negro. You were Black. It was Black by the time we was born. They weren't still calling us Negroes. Okay. What is that on your birth certificate, y'all?
Right there.
Sean, pull up my birth. If Sean, if you watching, get my birth certificate and see what it say. Aaron, Aaron, help me. Damien, help me. What does it say on your birth certificate? Mr. Edmonds say he'll say Negro, and he's saying it unapologetically, bold.
Like he said Negro child.
That's what they used to do. Negro child. Oh my God. My head just took a spin. My head literally just took a spin.
Oh my God. Wow. On this good 5th day.
Michelle, help me. Black. That's why I wanted. But look, that's why I wanted to introduce this into the conversation, because we do this day in history. We talk about Black History Month, Black History Facts, and so how can you talk about Black history?
Oh my God.
But let it breathe. How can you talk about Black history without talking about the progression of these terms? Because it was Negro History Week before it became Black History. Like Carter G. Woodson, when he did it, it wasn't Black History Week. It was Negro History.
Yeah.
And then it became Black History. And the other thing, while we talking about Black history, y'all, I don't know who need to hear this, but Black history is not just a celebration of the first Black da-da-da.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it shouldn't be.
It should be
because Black history has been reduced to, like, we got our spectrum of what we call Black leaders, and most of them are people who, like, fought oppression in America, and then the next part of the Black history, after you deal with those who fought, against the oppression, then you get into all of this first Black, the first Black this, the first Black that, the first Black this. Yeah. And I'm saying we need to have a more comprehensive appreciation and education around Black history, because our history didn't just start here. And we shouldn't limit it to the accomplishments of Americans and freed slaves or whatever. Right. Like our history goes so far.
We're so rich in so many other ways, and we have contributed more than just being the first, which is good. Yeah. But you know what? When we become the first, we darn sure ain't the last. Like that person's not the last.
I don't know though.
No, because they still
Obama. You think we're gonna ever get another one?
Oh yeah.
Okay. At some point.
Maybe not in our lifetime,
but it's going to be,
I mean, I think Kamala Harris might be president.
Nah.
Listen.
No.
Stop playing.
Let
them people get reelected. How many more 8 years?
And I think that might be part of the pushback and why we seeing the other side going so hard for they do. I mean, because they don't want her to be president.
Time is a thing that we all ain't got no control. I'm just saying.
I put somebody in the Aaron said, I pray she don't. Oh my God. Listen, wow.
I want to talk about this first Black thing.
Okay.
Because I think it's important for us to know our history. I think it's important, and we know we can learn this year round.
Right.
But, there are major accomplishments, that we don't get educated on.
Sure.
A lot of stuff I didn't learn until I was grown, until I had to kind of educate myself on a lot of this
Absolutely.
stuff. And to understand that, not only when America was formed, there were strong Black people, like all the way to Ecuador to South America, like all over this place.
Yeah, like even when you look at pyramids,
like all over this place.
Like the pyramids here, the heads here. Yeah.
Right? So and then it's
you look
so
at them
amazing.
noses.
It's so amazing that they will say aliens worship Black people to make all these things about Black people.
Say that one more time.
This stuff is so amazing.
Yeah.
They will give the credit to aliens.
Okay.
They will say that some foreign person came and made pictures of all Black people with black dreads and black faces, and why they didn't make pictures of themselves.
I want to say this. No, I got to say this though. I got to say this. You just inspired this thought, Mr. Edmond. Black excellence is so foreign to this society that when you see it, an acknowledgement, you say that it was alien.
Yes.
Like so like us in our original space, free from like hindrance of oppression and all of that stuff, we did so much good and so many magnificent wonders that you cannot ascribe that to a Black person. You would rather ascribe it to an alien. And that original Black man is an alien. I'm gonna let you sit with that. The original Black man is an alien because we haven't really seen all that we are capable of when we free to just be free and do our thing. And so you can't imagine that a Negro, an N-word could do something like that. And you know that you didn't do it. Hold on. And you didn't do it. And you can't imagine that they did it. Yeah. So you would ascribe it to somebody that's like subhuman, man. Come on. That's how tough we is.
But it's by design, right? Yeah. And we I don't know if we talked about this at He Said, She Said, or on the show on Friday, is that we're the only culture really that they preach division. You know what I mean? They don't
say more about that.
When you say division, so the unity of the Black household, you you could do it by yourself.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Independent women.
All of that, they preach that.
They don't tell white women to be independent?
I'm not talking about white women.
No, I'm just saying. Because you saying we're the only ones that do that.
But I think it adversely affects us more.
Are Asian women being told from children, you don't need a man?
No, I don't.
Do they tell Hispanic or Latinx women you don't need a man?
But you see,
I'm trying to really understand.
No, I'm gonna say, so we don't subscribe to all. Yeah. But you see in there.
I hear you now.
But we don't subscribe to all. But when they teach about partnership, you see that in the value of what it is to be with somebody else. I believe that in other communities that they tell their girls how to be a wife, and they tell us how to be Miss Independent.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
They're teaching their
See, boys. I'm not in other people's households enough to know what they teach them. So
and maybe because I've been around a diverse group of people that I done sat in living rooms and stuff like that. And again, we don't subscribe to all, so don't nobody hop up here and don't be like coming from. But this is how I feel about it. You know what I mean?
Miss Nicole said it's a setup to down the black man. Aaron says no other race says it. Juan, good morning.
What's up, Juan?
We ain't see you in a long time,
Juan. Aaron says like black folks can't do it, so aliens did it.
Wow.
Right. Okay, Michelle, Black History is 365.
Right on.
Not just the month or February. We should celebrate it every day. Hey, Black History Month. Shout out to Tasha. Okay, man. Listen, I mean,
yeah.
But we see it. We see it all.
I'm with you when you're right.
Yeah.
And so we talk, and we need to get back to because and back to why I said that is because they rather, as great and powerful as we are, they rather give the credit to somebody else, right?
Yep.
And they know the power in the unity of people.
It's so funny, right? They gotta say aliens because they know they can't say that a white man made pictures of black people.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So just think about they know they can't say that the white man made a bunch of pictures of a bunch of black family members holding each
but they can
hand.
have Elizabeth Taylor play Cleopatra.
Because again, that redefines
Charleston Heston playing Moses.
So just think, they have to redefine what they think is beauty.
Yeah.
Right. And let you think that your brownness is not where it's at.
Right.
And that you need to look like this. We're gonna identify you. And then just think, even when they take look how the uproar with Little Mermaid went when they changed her black.
Yeah.
People
that was a big deal.
And Black Mermaid all the time. That wasn't nothing.
No, but that shook up the world.
It
rocked the world. It was like people they was hard down mad about
that's
that.
Real. You can't play with people's imagery.
No, you can't play with their imagery, but they can play with ours.
Ooh.
No, let's call it out.
You know what? That's true because watch this. We never had a problem worshiping or celebrating or hanging up a white Jesus.
Right. And then
so it ain't so we ain't got no problem with the image. Think about it.
I'm thinking about it.
How many white Jesuses you grew up going in your it was the man.
And then talk about putting the black Jesus in
like black churches had white Jesus, but
they got black
some of them
Madonnas and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
In Russia.
Yeah.
Got black
it's not a popular thing. Like everybody, every culture, they put their God or their divine as in their own image, and after their own likeness. You know what I mean? And I think
that's only natural.
But and that's the thing. So to the point, like when you talk about who changed the image, like the color and the race of Jesus never really mattered to us, but it mattered enough to them because they changed it. Like why, if you knew he black, you know where he was born and all of the stuff that go, like, why would you change that image? You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't matter to us, but it mattered to somebody. Because if it didn't matter, they wouldn't have changed it.
Right. So that's why I stand on is that they can change us. There's no uproar. But if we change them.
Oh, yeah. Little Mermaid. Wow.
The tsunami is coming.
All right. Let's turn the corner, y'all. Talking about Black history, we're going to talk about some recent Black history. So I want to talk about my journey.
Okay.
For those who haven't seen it or you didn't catch it yet, I put out a statement Saturday that I will not be running for a District 7 city council seat. So I'm going to run that. And then we're going to do some Q&A, maybe take some questions, and then just have a conversation about it and talk about the path forward. So here's a message from your brother John. Hold on, let me get this right here. So, dear community, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to share with you my decision not to run for the St. Pete City Council District 7 seat in the upcoming election. This decision did not come lightly, and I want to express my gratitude for the support and encouragement that I've received from so many of you. If you recall, my initial decision to run for city council emerged just 2 weeks before the seat became vacant, prompting me to expeditiously apply for the appointment to complete the term. I am deeply thankful for the opportunity to serve the community in this capacity. This time has allowed me to gain valuable insights into the intricacies of governance and running our city. However, upon reflection and careful consideration, I have come to the realization that my passion for serving the community can be better channeled as a private citizen. I believe I can be more effective as a champion and advocate for the issues that matter to me and to our community from that position. I want to assure you that my decision is not a reflection of my lack of commitment or dedication. On the contrary, it stems from a sincere belief that my skills and efforts can be more impactful outside the realm of elected office. I remain steadfast in my commitment of being an asset and a resource for whoever the voters choose in this election for the District 7 representative. To those who were hopeful that I would run, especially those who supported me during the appointment process with that understanding, I humbly beg your pardon. At the time of my appointment, I had every intention of running for the seat, and I'm deeply appreciative of the confidence that you placed in me. However, after being blessed with the opportunity to serve, I've come to the conclusion that stepping back from the race will allow me to give my undivided attention to completing the work that I started during my term, while also working with you all to develop a community-led agenda that's in the best interest of our people. I'm grateful again for the support and encouragement that I've received throughout this process, and rest assured I will continue to actively be involved in our community, advocating for the issues that matter most to all of us, and I'm excited about the future and the positive impact that we can create together. Thank you for your understanding and your continued support. Your brother John.
I'm going to say this.
Thank you.
And I said it before. We sit amongst a leader.
Thank you.
Because
you're going to start that stuff. I didn't know that's where you was going.
You sit and we talk about like the alpha male and how you lead your household and your community, and you know where you best fit at.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not where people think you need to be. And when you look at it, you knew where you would need to go, and it's in the community and not in that seat.
Yeah.
You have done some amazing things.
Thank you.
While you on there, and nobody can be upset with you because you came, you showed up, you showed out.
Yeah.
And you have made changes, and you made people believe in the system again.
Wow. Thank you.
You know what I mean? People got out and voted because of you. People got it really found a passion because they was like, there are good people who really out here doing the work, and they see it, and the seat doesn't stop you from doing the work because you was doing it prior.
No.
Ooh,
all right,
Mr. Edmund.
So that's where I go. I won't go too.
No, I appreciate that.
But kudos to you. Thank you for the stars.
Yes.
So, definitely want to thank you, bro. It's bittersweet, definitely.
I've been getting a lot of that too.
Yes, it's definitely bittersweet because you represent so much from that seat. Just as much as you represent from out the seat.
Right.
I've done so much work with you, man. And I can attest, we've done way more prior to you being elected than since you've been elected. A lot of the things like the CBA, a lot of people don't know the community benefits agreement came off your desk as regional director. As we planning to take advantage of it during this process, I sat there and I thought about that. I probably was supposed to be on that committee, from working with you and being with you. So I definitely feel, I feel you when you say there's a lot more you can do from outside that seat.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes the seat does tie your hands. When we run loose and fast.
Yes.
The system doesn't run like that.
Yeah. It does not.
And we're able to influence the system right through our loose and fast demeanor and our way of working in a way that you can't do from the city council seat.
Right.
There is no replacing you. So thank you for your work, bro. I stand 10 toes with you no matter what you do and how you do it.
All day, every day.
And I'm excited to see what comes next, to be honest.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what comes next. I'm glad you asked. we got 11 months of work to do. So I really put the statement out now so that like I can be free to like not have attention on that, right? Because qualifying for the race, it doesn't happen until June. And so it was two parts to this. Like I wanted to, so many people were asking me, when we running, what we doing? They was ready to support. And so as I went back and forth and I was like, I got real excited in conversations with like everybody. Like when I talk with you and we get fired up, but then when I go home and I'm sitting quiet, man, just me and God, and I'm in my meditation, and it just never really settled in my spirit. And I was really like searching my heart to find it, and I just didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I operate from a heart space.
You're a man of principle too.
Yeah, that too. But like knowing, what it really takes to do the job and run a campaign. And then on the other side of a campaign, like you have to have it in your heart. You know what I mean? If you're really trying to make an impact, right? because I believe in, having alignment with your head, your heart, and your hands. You know what I'm saying? What you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're doing should be in alignment. And my thoughts was there, the reasons but I just didn't have it in my heart to like go through, and push through and do it. And then, just again, doing that soul searching, man, it landed me to the decision where I was good, because I was in that maybe space for a while. I might not. And then I forced myself to make a decision. But the decision to do it, I realized, was based on peer pressure. And, it's not negative peer pressure, it's positive peer pressure. But we had DARE, we had Just Say No to Drugs and all of that stuff. And so we know what peer pressure looks like. And that's what I was feeling. And so I was like going, yeah, I'm going to do it. But I can't fake it, y'all. Like, I just can't fake it. You know what I'm saying? Like I
being in the halfway,
man.
Bro. You know what I mean? Oof. Because honestly, when you first said that you would run before the appointment process started,
yeah.
I remember when you first said, "Yeah, boy, I'm gonna do it." What? Yeah, man, I'm gonna do it. And then the appointment process happened. It was almost perfect timing, right?
Because if it would have been any longer, I probably wouldn't have did it. It was God saying, "Okay, this is what you want to do. I got it. Here's a window."
But these are the things that you prayed for, because you said that you wanted it exactly how
I did, and I got what I prayed for.
And then on top of that, prior to that, you was like, "I ain't running."
Yeah.
You was like, no,
for years,
no. And then you just happened to come in one
and
say, okay, I would, but I only will if I can do this, and this.
And you're right.
And then all I said, boom, 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 boom.
You're right. That's so we playing and God laughed, because I prayed. I was like, and I said it, and like these words were thrown back at me after I said it during the appointment process. But I said, like, at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, man, I'd love to do the job, but I don't want to go through all of that stuff. And they use that to be like, oh, well, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Let's double click. Let's, investigate. But it was like, I was just telling the truth. Like, I didn't want to go through all of that other stuff to do the job. And as soon as I said, yes, I'll do it.
Yeah, it rolled down.
2 weeks later, like literally 2 weeks after I finally got to a space where I can say out loud, yes, I'll do it. Then the appointment process opened. So I had to jump in that race. And even, and y'all remember, even during that process, I'm like, this happening faster than I thought. And the sign for me, another thing that I said that people take issue with, but the sign for me was when that hurricane came in, was that 2022, and it pushed the date for the application back. Mm-hmm. And the date that it pushed it back was October 7th, and that's Elijah Muhammad's birthday. So I took that as, okay, it's a sign for me. It's written in the cards for me to do it. And then I jumped into that process. But again, after doing the work, really trying to model the type of council member that I always wanted. Like, I always wanted a council member like the council member that I'm trying to be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Active in the community, engaged, listening to the people, making recommendations based upon, the feedback that you're getting. That co-governance model is something that I always wanted to see. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so when I got the opportunity to get into the seat, that's what I started operating from. And again, we got 11 months. So I'm going to continue to operate in that. And I'm also going to be working with us to create some infrastructure as a community, so that on the other side of the election, like, we realize that most of the work begins after the elections. It's not, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, having a community-led agenda, like, the New Deal for St. Pete, that we can go back and we can talk about that, maybe Wednesday or Friday, and just really list all of the things that came out of that.
Do the reunion and celebrate, because honestly, when I look at a lot of the work, bro, like, I remember, I know who Desert came off of. You know what I mean? And I know as I'm walking around and talking with people, nobody knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You beyond the Cat Williams moment, like, there isn't like a local moment where you can say, okay, this and this is happening right now. And it came off the desk of John Muhammad.
I'll say this, Jabbar. You know what I mean? The other part of that was another one of the things that kind of influenced the decision. BC. Yeah, the BC, before council. And one of the things, as I was, again, doing my reflection, those first 3 or 4 months on council, a lot of the votes that we made that were like substantive and not procedural votes, they were things that we worked on, that we put there. And so it was like surreal, because I'm like, okay, I remember bringing this to our council members, and now I'm a council member voting on something that I brought, you know what I mean? And I'm like, it was like unbelievable. I actually started getting tired of hearing, I stopped saying it, because it was so much that was coming. I just thought,
I know,
because I was saying every week, man, it was this something that we did, something that we championed, something that we brought. You know what I mean? And so you know me, I'm like, it felt like I was kind of bragging a little bit, and I'm like, I ain't trying to brag. I'm just like, I can't believe it. Like this is like I'm actually a city council member voting on something that I brought to council as a private citizen, and it's about to. And we used to go to every city council member. We would sit down and talk to them. Everyone on. And that's how we'll take it around. And that's how we got like Youth Farm. That's how we got, the community benefits agreement. That's how we got, the ban the box policy. That's how we got one community, formed out of that. The one community plan and all of the stuff that came out of that. That's how we got the reset and started talking about Deuces Rising and reimagining what's happening. Like all of these things. And I'm like, man, I was kind of a bad motor scooter, but before this. But now I want to.
Sometimes you gotta sit back and look at your resume.
And when I did that, I was like, man, I want to keep doing more of that. Like I don't,
you felt good. Hey, introduce yourself.
Hey man, it's King Jab, the voice of the people.
What's good, King Jab?
Hey, Jab.
Hey brother, I want to say thank you for your service.
Appreciate it, man.
We appreciate you bringing us along. And I think you hit that kind of maybe that same wall that I hit. Like, man, I ain't really got to be inside this playground to help my people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate, man. You even just bringing us into the space, man. The meetings we had at City Hall, and me seeing you doing the work and me knowing you do the work. So now I want to extend a hand to all those city councilmen that are running, that are looking for position. We would like to see y'all on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, because this is where we go give it to our city. If you go make any promises, this is the platform right here.
Right on.
So that's it.
Thank you, King Jab.
Thank you for that, man.
And King Jab was a part of the impetus that got me to even, push me over to the yes side because of the work we did around Amendment 4 and how, just seeing, my peers and brothers, not being inspired. So I'm like, okay, if I get in the race, maybe it'll inspire us to do something. And I think we've done that. You know what I mean?
And nobody can be upset with you because you're completing your term.
Oh yeah, we're gonna and we're not gonna run the clock out. We don't sit and just like, okay, now since I said I'm not running, I'm finna just mash my behind in the seat for 11 months. No. Like now I'm free to give my undivided attention to the job at hand. Like that's the other thing. They said it's a part-time job, and I couldn't figure out
what part-time it was.
Like how is this a part-time job? If you really do it, like maybe it's just my time management or what, I don't know. But I haven't figured out how to do this part-time.
Because the community to you is not part-time.
No.
So when you took this job, you was gonna dedicate it full time. You wasn't gonna give anybody part time to you, because this community need full time.
Attention
all the time. Because you know what I mean?
It's true, because I tried it. I was trying to do keep my day job and do this thing, and I'm like, man, I had freedom and flexibility to do it, but I didn't see a path for me to really be effective doing this part. Like you got to give your undivided attention to this. And so again, I want to do such a good job, man, that we raise the bar, we raise the expectations, and then we walk away from this thing with a community-led agenda that we can begin to push for. So in the path forward in the next 11 months, what y'all can look forward to is continuing to work around the corridors. So we're doing the corridor planning work, starting with 49th Street. Shout out to Fusion 49th. And that thing is just moving. Oh, it's a Fusion 49th meeting tonight too. Side note, if y'all want to come to Gulfport, the Gulfport Neighborhood Center, 1617 49th Street, we're having a Fusion 49th meeting tonight. So we're meeting this week with some business owners on 18th Avenue. And so we're going to we're finna do 18th. Like we're going to take 18th Avenue and do what we did on 49th. So like moving that forward, we put in our budget recommendations. Our budget memo will be coming out the end of this week. And then we're going to do an anniversary of the town hall. So we did 2 town halls when I was appointed. And the second in that series was March 30th. And so we're looking at late March, early April to bring everybody back together for a District 7 town hall, talk about what we've done, also showing people where we landed with the surveys, because we had, 200 plus surveys. We did, the input and the data, and really just giving an update and saying, okay, this is what we're gonna see going forward, pushing people towards the April budget open house, because that's how we started this work too, encouraging people to tap in and be involved around the budget. And so, like I said, it's going to be a lot of work that's going to be happening in these next 11 months. And so y'all don't think just because I announced that I'm not running that now I'm sitting down and going to sleep
still working
in a rocking chair. Like that ain't what I'm about, man. I love what I do too much in service to the community. And that's another part of why I'm stepping out of this public realm, because my love and my passion, this public office, there's so many considerations that it becomes distracting, and it can weigh you down. And like, I'm freeing myself from the confines of public office so that I can really do what I need to do that I see at this time in my life. So that's where I'm at with it, y'all.
So listen, like Jabbar say, support you all the way, 10 toes down. If ever comes a point where you want to run for office again, I'm gonna be 10 toes down with you then.
I've been hearing that.
I
even my wife was like, okay, well, even if you change your mind, because I'm like,
life is life, so you never know.
You just never know because it may come a point in time when like the city needs you again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here to serve, but
I need Mayor Muhammad.
I'm here to serve, but I don't know about all of that stuff.
Mayor Muhammad.
Mayor Muhammad. Man, y'all be starting that stuff, man. Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing.
It's only 2 terms. I mean, hey.
Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. But yeah, where I'm at right now, man, I'm excited about the path forward. I'm happy now that the cat is out the bag, because I really struggled with it. Like I said, it's hard for me to fake it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it wasn't there, man. And
you're so right. It's hard for you to fake it.
You literally go back to the first segment. You got any questions, Colleen? Okay. What's the question that you got?
Oh, you want me to go on
the air? Yeah, why not?
Sure. Well, wanted to ask, are you going to endorse anyone?
I would consider. The question is, for those who can't hear it, am I going to endorse anyone? Not right now. Like, just out of those candidates that have filed, I haven't had enough conversation with them to be comfortable endorsing anybody. But I mean, if the right person come with the right, and they're willing to support the agenda that we develop and the things that we're doing, and I see, that they would be good at getting it, I would, lend my support to that.
Do you have anything to say about the 2 current candidates? One of them you faced off right.
No worries. I mean, the voters will decide who's going to be the representative of District 7 out of those candidates. Another one of the considerations that I had was I didn't want to wait too late, because it might be people who didn't get into the race because they didn't want to run against me. And so now, if they want to jump in, and throw their name in the hat, I wanted to create space and clear space so that they have a time if they needed to run, their campaign. But nah, no words for the candidates right now.
Could you speak specifically to some of this like unfinished business that you were referring to?
Yeah.
Continuing the agenda, like what are some concrete?
As I said, some of the concrete things on the unfinished agenda is the corridor planning, 49th Street, 18th Avenue, still exploring what 5th Avenue South could be and how we would organize that, but just looking at the time that we have at hand. Also, I was just put on the Economic and Workforce Development Committee, and so seeing what we can do to help our small businesses and help really develop programs that can accelerate the pace of our workforce development in the light of what's happening with Tropicana Field and the stuff that's going down over there. And the budget recommendations, like completing the budget recommendations is another one, and helping community really coalesce around an agenda that's created for us and by us that we can put not only to the District 7 candidates, but to all candidates, because that's, there's, 4 other city council members of council seats that are on the ballot. And so being able to put an agenda to them so that we can elect a council that will be supportive of the community agenda, some of the concrete things.
What are some of the things that surprised you about being on the other side, being in elected office and seeing?
Some of the things that surprised me about being on the other side and being in elected office was the slow pace of how things get done. and how there's so many procedures in place that don't really allow you to do what you need to get done. And the other thing that surprised me was when you look at the city council agenda that comes out every week, 70 to 80% of it is just procedural things and not like stuff that I thought I would be working on. So I'm thinking I'm going to be working on, community benefits. I'm going to be working on this. But when you look at the agenda, you just kind of checking boxes. Is this consistent with this plan, or, approving this variance, this staff recommendation, like that. It's just a lot of procedural, bureaucratic stuff. And I wasn't aware of how heavy that is. And being new to that process, like I read it all. Like, so you getting 300-400 pages of agenda every week. And I'm really like reading it. And I'm like, that's why I say you can't do this in part-time. Like,
no,
how you
like, can't. You don't read.
Maybe I went to doggone public schools. And so maybe they go to a different school to show you how to read and understand all of this stuff, in a week, or maybe they don't read it. And so I'm like that was some of the things too, like just the scope of the work. Another one of the things, I wasn't surprised by the constituent issues, but just the realm of, things that matter to people was another one of the things that got me. Like, I was just surprised to see some of the stuff that, like, one of the things that really caught my attention was the ban on rabbits. Like, like I was totally, like, wait, what? That's a thing? And there's been a few things that have come across. I'm like,
ban on rabbits, like
so yeah. So there was
like wild rabbits that hop around,
people having rabbits and making them babies.
Like, well, buying rabbits as pets for pets. Like, during Easter, people go into the pet store and they'll buy a rabbit. But then after you get a rabbit in your house and you start caring for it, you realize how much work it really is. And so they would just let the rabbits go, and it was like it was causing a problem. And I didn't see that. I didn't know that was a problem. But the lesson in that for me, and this is another one of the things that I like for our community to really pay attention to. Wow. We got 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
But the other thing that I like for us to pay attention to is that, again, totally not on my radar as an issue, but there was a group of people who it mattered to, and then they started lobbying the elected officials saying, we don't want to have a retail sale of rabbits in the city of St. Pete. And over the course of about 6 months, they did their work. They came to the meetings. They sent their letters. And guess what, y'all? We no longer sell rabbits retail in the city of St. Pete.
You can't sell rabbits in the city of St. Pete?
Not retail anymore because of this work that just happened. But that
you can go on the black market. They got some.
Don't do that. We got 1 minute left, and we ain't encouraging people to do that. I want y'all to understand the point that I'm making. That was a clear indicator for me of how you can, another indicator of how you can get things done if you organize and you have the relationships with your council members. So that was one of the, like, that kind of stuff. But look, y'all, we got 60 seconds to land this plane. We'll talk more about it. We're going to continue to have this conversation going forward, but I wanted y'all to hear it from your little brother, man, if you haven't heard it already.
Or big brother.
Big little brother. Yeah. And coffee with a council member. So yeah, y'all check out the page. We're going to do coffee with a council member on tomorrow at Tasty Treats Cafe. So y'all come out and support it. Like I said, we here. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't got to try and say it all today, but I just wanted to let y'all know how much I appreciate you, and I thank y'all for your support. Final thoughts.
Okay, thank you, Brother John, once again, man. Keep up the good work. And we with you 10 toes down, man.
Right on.
Yep, be the change you want to be. Steve. Boom, boom, boom. Write down those 5 things that made you smile, giggle, celebrate people today. And stay tuned because we got Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout out around the house.
Yes, and this has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we out.